Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Words of Inspiration. This video will explore which holy text is best preserved, manuscripts and oral traditions. Each tradition has its own methods for preserving its sacred words. Understanding these methods is crucial for appreciating the texts themselves. The following exploration delves into the fascinating world of manuscript evidence and oral traditions. We will journey through time to examine the transmission of these sacred texts. Our aim is to provide an objective comparison, free from religious bias. The Old Testament, or Hebrew Bible, boasts a rich textual history. Its oldest manuscripts date back to the Dead Sea Scrolls, circa 3rd century BCE to 1st century CE. These scrolls, discovered in the Judean desert, offer invaluable snapshots of the text at that time. One notable example is the Great Isaiah Scroll. It contains the entire book of Isaiah and predates previously known manuscripts by over a millennium. The Masoretic text, standardized by Jewish scribes around the 10th century CE, is another key source. It is not the case that the Dead Sea Scrolls support the Masoretic text as if the latter were in doubt. They provide us instead with a window on a much earlier stage of textual transmission. Eman 2005, p. 48. The differences between these versions reveal the complexities of textual transmission. Scholars identify 4 primary textual families within the Hebrew Bible manuscripts: Masoretic, Samaritan Pentateuch, Septuagint, and Dead Sea Scrolls. Each reflects different scribal traditions and geographical locations. The New Testament presents a different set of challenges for textual critics. Unlike the Old Testament, no original autographs exist. The earliest manuscripts are copies of copies. The most important early manuscripts include the Codex Sinaiticus, 4th century CE, and Codex Vaticanus, 4th century CE. These codices contain almost the entire New Testament in Greek. The language of the New Testament is Koine Greek, the common language of the Eastern Mediterranean at the time. The sheer number of New Testament manuscripts is staggering. Over 5,800 Greek manuscripts exist, along with thousands more in other languages. The New Testament is by far the best attested work of Greek and Latin literature from the ancient world. Ehrman 2005, page 45. This vast collection provides a wealth of data for textual analysis. However, these manuscripts also reveal numerous variations. These variations range from minor spelling differences to significant textual additions or omissions. Scholars meticulously compare these variations to reconstruct the earliest possible text. Section 4. The Quran between recitation and inscription. The Quran's preservation relies on both oral and written traditions. Muslims believe the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, orally in 7th century Arabia. Muhammad's peace and blessings be upon him followers memorized these revelations and recited them regularly. Early manuscripts were fragmentary. This was due to the initial emphasis on oral transmission. The first complete manuscripts likely date back to the late 7th or early 8th century CE. The Topkapi manuscript, housed in Istanbul, Turkey, is one of the oldest surviving manuscripts. Recitation is still considered by Muslims to be the most authentic way of experiencing the Quran. The art of Quranic recitation, known as tajweed, involves precise rules of pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. The standardization of the Quranic text occurred under the Caliph Uthman from 644 to 656 CE. This standardized version, known as the Uthmanic Codex, became the definitive text. Section 5. Weighing the scales of time and transmission. To address the question of which text, the Old Testament, New Testament, or the Quran, is the best preserved Word of God, a detailed, unbiased, and scholarly comparison is essential. This analysis will strictly focus on the preservation aspects based on historical manuscripts and oral transmission without religious bias. The Old Testament, also known as the Hebrew Bible, has a rich but complex history of textual preservation. The Dead Sea Scrolls, dating from around 200 BCE to 100 CE, provide invaluable insights but also show significant textual variations. By the time of the Masoretes, there was a strong effort to standardize the text, adding vowel notations and cantillation marks. The New Testament, written in Koine Greek, boasts over 5,800 Greek manuscripts, with some dating to the 2nd and 3rd centuries CE. However, the sheer number of textual variants among these manuscripts indicates some degree of instability in its transmission. The Quran, revealed in the 7th century CE, has a unique history of both manuscript and oral preservation. The tradition of memorization, hifz, continues today, with millions of Muslims worldwide memorizing the entire Quran. Early Quranic manuscripts are remarkably uniform in content, showing an absence of significant textual variation. Ultimately, the preservation of these holy texts is a testament to human dedication. Scribes, scholars, and believers across centuries have played a vital role in safeguarding these sacred words. Among the three, the Quran stands out as the text with the most robust combination of consistent manuscript tradition and reliable oral memorization, contributing to its claim of preservation. Do not forget to tap on the like, subscribe, and share buttons, and also leave a comment.